Easy money calling, whispering lies, saying one move only then you'll be fine. But every step deeper, I lost my way. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Mama said, boy, slow down your pace. But hunger had tears on my little brother's face. Night after night, street like my son. Dreams getting buried by the things I've done. Easy money calling, whispering lies, saying one move only then you'll be fine. But every step deeper, I lost my way. Trading my tomorrow for today. The streets don't love you, they just use you. Smile today, tomorrow they lose you. Fast cash, cold nights, prison gate. One wrong move, it decides your fate. The streets don't love you, believe me, it's true. They clap when you rise, but bury you too. Sirens singing like a lullaby.
They called it the old mansion on the hill. Nobody went near it. Some said it had been cursed for centuries. Others whispered that it was filled with human skulls left behind by ritualists who carried out their dark deeds within its walls. Young women, old men, children, nobody was safe. Even government patrols hesitated when passing that road. They called it the territory of doom, and for generations, the town had learned to avoid it. Amara was new to the city, bright-eyed and full of hope, unaware of the shadows that lingered in corners nobody spoke of aloud. She had moved for work, for a fresh start, and nothing in her life had prepared her for the darkness waiting at the edge of town. That evening, the sky was heavy with clouds, rain falling in soft sheets. Her phone battery died, leaving her lost in unfamiliar streets. She took what seemed like a shortcut, a quiet road that led straight to the old mansion. The mansion loomed ahead like a sleeping giant. Rusted gates hung from broken hinges, swaying slightly in the wind. The overgrown garden was wild, twisted trees reaching toward the sky like clawed fingers. Broken windows stared like hollow eyes. The air was colder here, heavier, as if the mansion itself was aware of her approach. Amara hesitated, her heart pounding, but curiosity and exhaustion urged her forward. Inside, the house was silent, too silent. Every creak of the floorboards sounded like a shout. Shadows moved across walls as if alive, stretching and shrinking with the flicker of distant lightning. And then she saw them, figures emerging from the dark corners. They were waiting, the ritualists. Before she could react, they surrounded her. The ceremony began quickly. Amara screamed, but the walls swallowed the sound. Their chants echoed in a way that made the house itself tremble. But something strange happened. The moment the ritualists thought they had claimed her, the air shifted. A whisper rose, faint at first, then stronger, impossible to ignore. Amara's eyes glowed, even in death, piercing the shadows. Her spirit was awakened, bound not by fear, but by vengeance. The ritualists had made a terrible mistake. She would not rest, and they would never escape. The first man involved in the ritual woke that night to feel a cold presence in his room. At first, he thought it was imagination, but then he saw her shadow at the foot of his bed. Her eyes glimmered in the dark, accusing. Whispers echoed around him. "Why did you take me? Why did you hurt me?" The second night, another one of them felt her near him while he tried to sleep. Doors opened by themselves. Mirrors reflected her face for a moment before vanishing. The shadows moved as if alive, always following, always watching. Fear gripped them all. They realized she would not leave, that the mansion had made her its guardian, and now her spirit was unstoppable. But Amara's vengeance did not stop at haunting the corners of their homes. She began following them into their luxurious lives, into the comfort they thought would shield them. The first man, Adewale, had always flaunted wealth. His car collection was the envy of the city. Sleek black SUVs, shiny red sports cars and luxury sedans lined his driveway. One evening, he drove with his girlfriend along the empty highways outside the city, the rain streaking the windshield. As he laughed, trying to brush off his fear, the car's rearview mirror fogged up unnaturally. In the reflection, Amara's glowing eyes stared at him from the back seat. His girlfriend screamed, but when he turned around, the seat was empty. The steering wheel trembled in his grip as whispers filled the car. "Why did you hurt me?" Another ritualist, Chike, found himself in a high-end bar parlor with his friends, champagne flowing, music loud. He thought he could drown his fear in laughter, in camaraderie, in the luxury he had purchased with ill-gotten gains. But then, in the reflection of a polished wooden bar counter, he saw her standing silently behind him, her eyes glowing, hair flowing as if moved by a phantom wind. His friends saw nothing. Panic twisted inside him. His glass fell, shattering on the floor. The sound of whispers wrapped around his ears, quiet but insistent. "Confess, confess your sins." Yet another ritualist, Obi, who prided himself on his lavish penthouse, found no solace even in sleep. In the dead of night, as he lay in a king-size bed, the air grew icy. A soft tapping echoed on his bedroom window. When he lifted the curtain, Amara hovered outside, her eyes glowing like molten silver. The lights in the apartment flickered violently, plunging him into darkness. Then a hand, cold as ice, rested on his shoulder. He screamed, but his voice was swallowed. The whispers came again, this time a soft chant. "Justice, justice cannot be bought." Emeka, another ritualist celebrating a business win with friends, went to check his slick Mercedes outside. The car's headlights flickered, and there she was, standing in front of the car, not moving, yet always present. The friend noticed nothing, but Emeka could only mutter prayers, frozen in terror, as her shadow followed him back inside, unseen by others. No place was safe. One was haunted in the office while signing contracts, another in a luxury hotel elevator, the doors opening to reveal Amara, her eyes glowing with accusation. One even saw her reflected in the lake during a yacht party, the glow of her eyes cutting through the night like fire. Whispers followed them into boardrooms, into cinemas, into crowded streets. Every time they thought they could escape, she was there, unseen by others, always watching, always reminding them of their crimes. The townspeople began noticing strange happenings. Animals refused to cross streets near the mansion. Children said they saw a glowing figure in the distance, wandering silently. Some claimed they could hear a faint voice repeating Amara's name, soft and pleading. Videos appeared online, shaky recordings of lights flickering inside the mansion, shadows moving in impossible ways, whispers faintly audible to those listening closely. For weeks, the ritualists were haunted relentlessly. Panic grew, and one by one, they began to confess their crimes aloud. The first confession came in the middle of the town square. Kneeling on wet stones, trembling, the man admitted everything: his involvement, his guilt, the lives he had destroyed. It was then that Amara's spirit changed. No longer terrifying, her glow softened, her presence less menacing. She acknowledged the confession with a silent nod, the weight of her vengeance slowly lifting. But the mansion remained, quiet and patient, a reminder that justice comes even from beyond the grave. Yet the legend grew. The mansion was no longer just feared, it was respected. People whispered her name, teaching their children that injustice cannot hide behind wealth, luxury, or power. That night, under a full moon, the mansion seemed to breathe with life.